What is going on, everybody? My name is Japes and welcome to another episode of my career mode series. We are on episode number 8 right now, and I've been just told by Matt Phillips that he wants to play, and I was a little bit shocked, but it's just because I left Dongu in the little team management section versus Phillips, and so he was a little bit worried that he wasn't going to get the playing time because he sees himself as a better player, which he is at this point in time. So we put him back in the lineup, but we're keeping Benzia in. We're going to go with Ince, Benzia, and Phillips up top. And that's largely because Delfonso just wasn't working for us. When we needed goals, he was not the guy to give it to us. His pace and his strength is undeniable, but the style that I have, that doesn't really matter that much. More of a ball control and, ball control and passing ability is really something more that I'm interested in. And that's why I go through, during transfer windows and stuff, and I do my absolute best to find players that will fit my style. And Delfonso, I've been told, or he's on loan, but I've been told that there's a glitch in the game where you just end up keeping loaney players. So I'll probably end up trying to sell him on or use him in a swap deal to get a striker that I think fits my build a little bit better as well. Obviously, we've got Dongu and Benzia, and I'd love to keep them in the side and keep their growth going. But Phillips skipping inside, fires it off the keeper, and it's Benzia there in the right spot. 42nd minute, gets a goal in this match, and at this point I was thrilled. I was saying, all right, I did the right thing, I started the right guy, giving myself a little manager pat on the back, because every manager for that point that wants to say, you know what, I did the right thing by putting the new guy in or putting the other guy in. And it's Benzia again, skipping free, taken down by the keeper in the box, and that is going to be a penalty. And I thought, who on my team has good penalties? So we'll check it out, and Benzia has 73 rated penalties already, which I am thrilled with. We'll go ahead and give it to him. Easily the best penalty kick taker on our team, straight down the middle, goes for a little bit of top net. 56th minute goal, and that is his brace in this match. I was thrilled. Another little manager pat on the back because, I made the right calls. Delfonso he has actually scored more than 2 goals for us in a match, maybe even 3 at one point, but it's Benzia again skipping free, and he fires it near post, bottom corner, left-footed shot, 61st minute, and he has got his hat trick, and that was really all you could ask for. I'm going to go ahead and do what any, get the crowd to give him his applause, let the fans in the stadium show their appreciation, take him off, bring on Dongu to play a little bit more striker, give him a little bit of time, and see if we can't develop the Cameroonian into a future star for us. But this is just an incredible touch here from Dongu. Was it on purpose? Absolutely not. But we're gonna watch the replay. He megs the defender on that one, or nutmegs, whatever you want to call it, putting it through the 5-hole. And that looked to be absolutely brilliant. That would be one of those things that you saw in real life, and you'd be thinking, did he mean to do that? I'm gonna go ahead and think he meant to do that because he's a professional. There it is, right through the defender's legs, keeps his strength and just fires it off the next touch into the back of the net. 4-0, we are up, and there was gonna be no looking back. Even though they do get a consolation goal right here, kind of sloppy defending. Brought in Rekic to give him a test out, as I've yet to use him. He's the guy that we have the loan to buy option from Manchester City, and he was okay. I might have to give him a start in the game. It wasn't his fault that goal was scored on, but he was a big player and rejuvenated Benzia, a revelation. And I shook him firmly by the hand after, patted myself on the back, said it was the right call, and Benzia will be our starter from this point forward. And kind of the way I am is I'll play whoever I think is the hot hand, and that's more of a, I guess that's more of an NFL term here in the States. But basically what it means is whichever striker is in the best form, or what I deem to be the best form, that's the one that I'm going to be playing. If if I have a striker not getting goals for me, he's going to go to the bench until the other one stops getting goals for me, and that's the way this is going to work. So Benzia is going to stay in that lineup until I feel like he is having a terrible game, but because his ball control is already better than Delfonso's, it's going to be a hard shout. The reason Delfonso just doesn't play is because he gives the ball away on too many stupid touches that just absolutely drive me crazy. But we're playing against Burnley here, and Burnley gets free and almost puts one away past us right there. And Tutti did enough to throw his attacker off, and we're free, and it's Matt Phillips driving it into the bottom corner. 45th minute, and we have our 1-0 lead. Far better form than we've been in the past. The last episode was just brutal. A draw and a loss, and that was beyond frustration. But this way, we're going on a very convincing win in the first match, and we have the lead now in the second match. 59th minute, we're moving forward on the attack again. It's Matt Phillips leading the charge. Going to go back inside with him, I believe. There it is. and he is going to just kind of retain possession here. Keeping it in the opponent's final third is a great thing, but it's Tony Velhena getting up in towards that striker position. 5-star weak foot, as I have said. 17-year-old, he has been a fantastic signing for us. He is developing nicely. I'll be going through the squad form in the next episode. But somehow we managed to get a penalty out of that mess, and I think it's because the center back had his hands all over the backside of my player, and the ref decided to give the penalty. Grandin has been on at this point, but Benzia is still better in the penalty scenario, and we're going to go ahead and drive this one right past the keeper. That's a brilliant penalty. 1-1,000, 2-1,000. He can do it into the side netting at the far post, and he has got another goal for us. So he's featured in very few games, but he has got I think he's got 5 or 6 goals after this, after all's been said and done here. But we see a player go down, and when the game stops for an injury, you've got to be a bit worried, and I was. Eardley has been a fantastic right back. We don't really have another right back option other than using either White or Craney or putting a center back out there. So it might be Baptista out on the right. I'm really not sure how we're going to do things moving forward. So you guys let me know. Is it better to play a left back out there, or maybe play one of the quicker center backs out in that spot? Would love your feedback. But that's how it's going to end. Blackpool 3, Burnley 0, and we're on our way. 6 points, a good run of form, and that's what we need for the every point matters. That is what this is all about. Anyways, guys, if you did enjoy this episode, a like or thumbs up is always greatly appreciated. Other than that, we'll have a Path to Power out later today, as well as a live stream at some point. So stay tuned to my Twitter and Facebook for that. My name is Japes, and I will catch you all next time.